Hey Aquarius, how are you? Welcome, bringing you an Aquarius reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Before I get started, just so that you know, I did do a full moon reading, the full moon in Pisces, so that is already up on the channel. And I wanted to let you know that it's a pretty powerful moon that is going to appear full for longer than that one night. So it should appear full again right now, tonight, Tuesday, and into Wednesday for those of you across the pond. So I just wanted to let you know that. But what that also means is there's more opportunity for release. So if you didn't complete your full moon ritual, it's not too late. You can still do that. There is time. The other thing I just wanted to let you know, this is mainly for subscribers, so feel free right now, if you don't want to listen to this, to hop ahead to the Oracle or the Tarot. There are timestamps in the description box, or you can hover over the play bar and it'll show you the chapters. But for subscribers, yeah, it's been several months of lots of you commenting that you're not getting notifications, even though you have clicked and checked all the things and, you know, unplugged your device, shut it down, booted it back up. It's not one of you, it's many of you, and it's been going on for a while. It is not a you issue, it is a YouTube issue. And I brainstormed a little bit and figured out that maybe I can offer them by email, so you get an email notification. So as not to blow up your inbox every single day, I'm grouping them by threes, so you'll only get notifications twice a week, but at least you won't miss the readings that may have messages for you. There is a link in the description box below the link to the extended that will take you to a little sign up so you can get those emails. So if you're not interested, that's fine. I just wanted to let you know I'm really trying to serve you in the best way I know how. I will also use that email list for special announcements, anything that may be a change to the channel, things that you often can miss if you're not getting the notifications on YouTube. So there you have it. Okay, moving on to your oracle here, Aquarius. I intuitively selected 3 decks. I shuffled, I drew your cards. You got some interesting messages. One of them kind of threw me for a loop, but I think I figured it out. So from Priestess of Light, you got card 29. 2 and 9 is 11. So we're already feeling that heady connection to your higher self, to the divine spirit, whatever you prefer to call it. You got the Wisdom card, Sarasvati. So the Wisdom card is about learning. Also happens to be about joy and art and music. But this is a time of deepening your wisdom. So in the deepening, it means you don't know everything. You're very wise already, Aquarius, in this, this message, but it's telling you there's more yet to be learned. So go deeper. You can also find messages through art and music. That's possible for some of you that are so musically inclined or who really enjoy art. You might want to get out into a museum if it's safe for you to do so, or get back to cranking up those tunes more than you used to. So I'm just giving you ideas to think about. For others of you, it may involve formal study, school, some kind of a course you've been wanting to take. This card is coming through as a message, right? The 11, to tell you now is the time to do that. So you're deepening wisdom here. Your next card is from Oracle of the 7 Energies, and you got card 37. 3 and 7 is 10. There's completion here, so we're beginning a new phase, and you get the Oracle's gift card. I love this, sort of the reading the tea leaves card. It is about second sight and your vision of the future, but it's also seeing the signs around you. So there's, all the signs and synchronicities. This kind of comes through for you a lot, Aquarius. I do see Aquarians as seers, always have. So I feel like that's part of the gift that's coming through in this card. But it's also about fate as a future being determined by the actions you take now. So you can't be asleep at the wheel. Okay, so that's part of the message of the Oracle's gift too, is it's saying you can see that vision of your future, but the things you're doing right here, right now is what is bringing that fate about. And that is what helped me understand the last card from the Shaman's Dream. You got Falling Angel, which is about spiritual narcolepsy. It is another 10, 19, 1 and 9 is 10. So something is being completed and something is beginning anew. Wow. And so I went through and read this through the guidebook pretty carefully. And this is telling you to stay conscious and don't fall prey to the spiritual narcolepsy of just being okay in your everyday world, right? Or you don't want to be seduced by other fallen angels who only want to use you for your purposes. For their purposes, I'm sorry, for their purposes. They want to use you for their purposes. And that's something you don't want to fall prey to because you are wise. Lots of people come to you because you have sight. And I mean that in an honest way, like because you just it's easy. It's your gift. You may not even think it's something special. It's very special. And we count on you for that, Aquarius. And you're leading humanity. So people will come to you. They will gravitate to you, and you can't fall prey to them taking, advantage of you for their own purposes. So what this card is telling you is to sort of, they say don't lose the forest for the trees. This is look at the forest from above the trees. We want you to sort of pull yourself up, and you've got an 11 card to help you there, and almost hover above yourself looking down at the bigger picture. So that you're not asleep at the wheel, so that you see things as they truly are. And I'm not even saying, and not how you want them to be, but how you think they are, because that's not what's really happening here. So I really think it's interesting. That one I did have to do a deep dive for it, but I feel like the Oracle's gift and the falling angel are telling you where you could go. This is where you could go wrong. Where you could go wrong with the Oracle's gift is that, the fate of your future is being determined by everything you do now. So don't fall asleep at the wheel. Could have said that in 2 sentences, but great cards, great numerology. I really like it, and I'm interested to see what comes through in the tarot reading that may be supported by that oracle. Moving on to your tarot. Oh, I hope this finds you well, Aquarius. So this is, remember, good for Sun, Moon, and Rising and Venus signs to give you a little bit more flexibility. Also, it is offered to you from the perspective of the Divine Feminine. It's fine if you're here as a Divine Masculine. You just may need to switch some energies around, maybe not. Or if you are here as a feminine cross-watcher of an Aquarian. See, this is going to happen one more time. There, got it. I always brush my hair right before I sit down, and then like last minute stragglers want to fall out of my head. It drives me crazy. Oh my God. Okay, I would stop this right now, but I know somebody's getting a chuckle out of it. Okay, so if you're here as a cross watcher for an Aquarian Divine Masculine, it's okay. Do what you need to do. If it's your storyline, you'll know it, and you'll find yourself in the reading. The extended is offered from the point of view of the Divine Masculine, regardless of their sign. And those readings have been fascinating. Okay, here we go. Right? Your higher self. Wisdom. This is the wisdom card. The Hermit is too, but the Hierophant is, closest to godliness here. So definitely wisdom. Wow. I like this, the 6 of Wands. Now, normally this could be a challenge card, or it could be coming in support. So there may be a challenge around reconciliation, possibly of a marriage here, Aquarius. But again, I mean, that would be it, like the easy interpretation. We'll clarify. But I'm feeling right now this is about being true to yourself, honoring yourself in that beautiful Hierophant energy. And the 6 of Wands is, and your commitment to whatever it is you're trying to succeed at in your connection. This is a card of success. This is somebody who's like the homecoming, and they've got the wreath of peace. They've been off to war. They come back to tell the king, no men were lost, no blood was shed. Our kingdoms made peace. And that's really what I'm seeing here, is the best way to accomplish that is to operate from your higher self, not any lower vibration whatsoever. Stay connected to who you are at your core. Underneath, the Hanged Man. I kind of like this too. Also another very spiritual card because there is that energy of what I was saying about the fallen angel is, right? Observe the forest from above the tops of the trees. That's what the Hanged Man does. So there is a bit of a delay with the Hanged Man, but it's self-imposed. It can also present as some stuck energy, but waiting for the enlightenment, not taking action in this moment. Now, this is coming from your subconscious, so there's something you're waiting for here, but it's also an opportunity to see the bigger picture and to take the 30,000-foot view and to see if when you pull yourself out of the situation, like I said, hover over the situation and look at it, what do you see? Is there something you might have missed? So really interesting card coming out for you there. In the past, endings and new beginnings. I'm feeling the endings and new beginnings with the 210 cards here. The World, Aquarius, that's one of your cards shared with Capricorn. It's about Saturn, lessons learned. Whoo, here's what's crowning you. Oh my gosh, this reading. So what's crowning you is always where you gain your strength to bring about your desired outcome. So I like that we've got the Ace of Cups. It's all, you know, the focus is on abundance. Your cup runneth over. This is your one true love, divine gift of love. Wow. So it's about being open and coming from your heart and focusing on all that you have been bestowed with in the energy of love and abundance, and staying focused on that, and the love comes in. Someone bringing an offer of love. This is a beautiful reading. I do want to tell you, because I just feel the need, when I did the extended for the full moon reading, I go around the zodiac, Aries through Pisces. Aquarius was the most highest vibration reading of all the signs, and I got some comments on that, so just in case, I feel like there's a connection of this to that. All right, Spirit says, boom, Queen of Pentacles. Might be a need to take care of yourself, focus on your grounding. Could also be referencing that feminine archetype of a life partner, somebody, you know, making a home, building a life with a partner. The energy that surrounds you is fate and destiny. There's something that's already in the works, and you may not even be aware of it. Could be this Knight of Cups, I will say that. Here's your hopes and fears. I feel like you might be stuck in the past a little bit, and that might be why this Hanged Man's coming out. You might have some regrets or mistakes or sadness or grief or loss over something that didn't go the way you had hoped. Could be around this partnership because you have the Two of Cups right there behind you, but you're looking down at Three Cups. I wonder if you fear that, you know, you might not be able to make amends for that, right? Like there may be no peace to be made. So I do see where the fear is coming from. I'll clarify, of course, everything. And okay, so the potential outcome here with the Five of Pentacles, I have to determine by clarifiers if it's coming out upright or reversed, but it is talking about a phase of change and instability in its upright or being left out in the cold. We'll see when we get to the clarifiers. It may just be a resolution of that can happen through. So, like, don't panic. I know when I watch readings, even though I tell you all not to panic, I panic myself. So I get it. Just don't, because it always works out fine. And what I say by that is, like, I'm not blowing smoke. I'm saying there is a silver lining in every gray cloud. And part of tarot is here to show you the path to the silver lining so that you can have a sense of agency over how things unfold. Hierophant. Something more to learn. Yes, that's what I said. Wow. All right. So I feel like part of this peacemaking is going to bring about this love, this offer of love, somebody coming towards you, Aquarius, with their heart on their sleeve. I do feel there's more for you to learn about the situation. I do feel like somebody may come in with an offer of love, and this Three of Cups that's underneath feels very much to me like it belongs to the Three of Cups in the Five of Cups that are knocked over. So there once was joy, and then something got derailed. And so there's regret around it or sadness around it. Clearly, if there's a need for reconciliation or peacemaking or olive branch offering, something happened. So there's something more that needs to be learned. I like it. It feels calm. It feels focused. Good. Let's look at the Hanged Man. Whoa. All right. So, underneath in your psyche, now this is the below of the below, you've got some fears. You've got some fears. That may be why you're stuck and waiting for some enlightenment. I feel as if you're taming some impulses here, and instead of taking that action, you're looking for information. Page of Swords. And I do feel like the looking for information piece is what this moon is underneath is you don't really know what you're going to find. And with that comes some insecurity and apprehension, like, oh my God, you know, I can't take this action. I'm feeling the impulse to take this action, but I need more info first, and I'm kind of afraid of what I might uncover. So the Hanged Man is serving you well there. And it does have a direct connection to the above card, because this is in your conscious awareness. This is in your unconscious awareness. Is your fear that you're going to uncover, you're going to turn over a rock and you're not going to like what you find. And your conscious awareness is all about this connection and the love that you feel and the abundance you feel in that connection, from that connection, or that you've gained from that connection, no matter what it means. You know, you can be in separation and still feel so grateful and abundant for the lessons learned. And you do have the World card. So, in the past, but it's there. Oh. I'm seeing... feel there was a standoff. Seven of Wands, King of Swords, and the Knight of Swords underneath. I feel there was a standoff, and the King of Swords sort of had the final say, and on some level there was more that needed to be spoken. There was probably some anger. I'm feeling like this anger being suppressed. The Knight of Swords isn't always angry, but when I'm looking at a Seven of Wands and a King of Swords who can be cool as a cucumber, real Spock, and then I've got that Knight of Swords charging forward with this face of determination, I'm feeling some anger here. I'm feeling maybe some power tripping, power struggles, power dynamics, resistance, defensiveness, and then somebody who just doesn't even change the expression on their face from the start to the finish. Not sustainable. Lessons learned. So I am feeling there was some resistance, possibly defensiveness, could be by the King of Swords or with a King of Swords. You can be the King of Swords, Aquarius, so, you know, regardless of your gender, it doesn't matter. The King of Swords often does not react, is not reactive. They are thinking, they are logic, they are reasoning, strategy, strategy, strategy. So I'm feeling almost as if there was some anger that got stirred up that you either or your divine counterpart suppressed, pushed down, and there was frustration in this. And, you know, the world wants to turn in your favor here, just like the wheel does. You have the wheel and the world in this reading. Both are talking about the turning of time and the hands of fate. And I'm feeling as if on some level there was a lesson learned here, but it didn't yield much fruit in the past. It may yield fruit in the future, though. So, you know, we learn, we live, we learn, and then we, you know, what's the saying? Once you know better, you do better. Ace of Cups, King of Pentacles. So now we have a King and Queen of Pentacles. Yes, moving forward. So I am feeling, I'm seeing a couple here, very much in 3D. This energy came out in the full moon extended as well. I felt it was moving toward a very 3D moment. We do have moving forward, success, fast moving action with somebody who is a divine counterpart coming through as someone stable and grounded and like an archetype of a life partner. The one you love in the here and now. And my favorite part of this part of the reading for you, Aquarius, is you get the Eight of Pentacles card. The Eight of Pentacles underneath is saying, I know it's going to take work, but I am in love with this person. I know it will take work, but we can get through it. We can make it through together if we both work on this, right? Look at this. We can do it. We can make it happen. I'm in love. This is my person. I'm ready to move forward. Knight of Cups. The Star. Four of Swords. And the Justice card. Yeah, so balance and integration of everything that's happened here. I like that we have, you know, the Knight of Cups is sort of, we're getting two healing cards, but I'm feeling the Star coming through as I'm healed. This would be my dream come true. Whatever went down, I'm feeling this, you know, that you here are healed now and using the energy of the Star, which is your card, Aquarius, to say, I'm ready for the wish to be granted, the dream to come true. I'm healed. I do feel like I love that the Four of Swords comes from the top of the deck and not from under it, because it's telling me as a reader that you are consciously aware that you have moved through all the phases of whatever potential grief you had, and you've integrated everything you've learned from those lessons. So that's why the balance returns. Let's look at the Queen of Pentacles. Whoa. I know. I mean, Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. Hello, Divine Masculine. Ace of Swords. And there. We have Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, the Ace of Swords in between. You both know it. You know it. You know this connection is fated. You know what this is about. You belong together. This has been sealed. Your fate has been sealed. The clarity comes in. It's not even an epiphany so much as sight. Remember, you had the Oracle's gift card, which is sight. And I feel like you've seen this and you know it to be true. Queen of Pentacles is an interesting choice. I almost feel as if Spirit's sort of telling you to, I know this is a difficult, I don't normally like to say this, but to some degree, because Spirit's showing you, this is what it's all about. You know it, they know it, act as if. I am always hesitant to say the act as if because, you know, you have to have limits with that. But this is saying, if you want the stability in a connection, something tangible in 3D, conventional committed relationship, which is the Hierophant card, act as if. Be that energy. And, you know, how do you do that? There are a lot of different ways you can do it, but you can first find joy and a sense. Joy, right? Saraswati, your wisdom card. Joy and a sense of comfort in the knowing that you are connected to this person beyond time and space for all of eternity. Together, somewhere, you're a married couple. Together, somewhere, you're under the same roof. Together, somewhere, they're taking the car to the car wash. You know, you're raking the backyard. Together, somewhere, act as if. So I'm really feeling that's the message from Spirit. I went a little bit deep into that than I normally would, but I feel like you kind of need to understand my frame of reference for how to play that out in real time. Wheel of Fortune, the energy that surrounds you, you may be unaware of. I mean, seriously, I don't need to pull another card, right? The universe is bringing you together. Jupiter is hard at work, Aquarius, bringing the two of you together. You don't even know it. You don't even see it. That's why I'm telling you, they're coming back. The wish is going to be granted. I feel as if on some level, I mean, this makes me so happy. I get so excited. I know I can't help myself. I'm just, the way that it comes out is like you're operating from such a high level, from so much ascension and from the purity of your heart, your true love. You have all this powerful oracle working in your favor. And like, I'm just seeing the wheel turn and the world and everything. And you're here with this ace, and then everything starts to flow. So there's something really beautiful unfolding for you, and it's all part of the plan, happening behind the scenes. You don't got to do a thing. Just act as if, and think about it, and journal about it, and meditate on it, and dream about it. That somewhere you are that couple. It's happening. Oh. Okay, I'm looking at your hopes and fears. Okay, this makes sense. Oh, Aquarius, man, don't self-sabotage. That's exactly what I'm looking at, right? Five of Cups, lovers, right? It's all a card of choice. What will this person choose? And then we've got this Five of Swords, and underneath is the Ten of Swords. You're already living in fear that it's not going to work, that this is going to end up with you back in a world of hurt, and you're living in the past here. So buyer beware, because if this is where your focus is, if you can say right now as you're watching this, oh my gosh, she's right. Like I kind of spend a lot more time in the past and reliving the pain than I do acting as if and imagining the two of us, because that's a real thing, you know, fifth dimension and above. Time's compressed. It's all happening now. So I'm feeling as if you're fearful that the choice that you make will end you back where you began, in a world of hurt. And that to me is a form of self-sabotage. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Work on that. Okay. And the outcome here with the Five of Pentacles. Show me the Five of Pentacles, please. Yes, you're worried about being abandoned. Wow. Potential outcome here is that you may just stay alone, because, yeah, you may stay alone and complacent if you spend too much worrying about something that you don't know will for a fact ever even happen. So I think you're going to be worried about your stability. You're going to be worried about being ghosted, abandoned again, because clearly that is something that is a thing for you. For whoever it is that's watching this reading. So it's almost like you're going to go back to the scene of the crime, Aquarius, and stay single because you're safer there. That's the easier path. Everything's hunky-dory where I live, right? What's that telling you? No spiritual narcolepsy. No. That's not... The past isn't where you're going. You've been there. That's not where you're going. So I have a feeling that your fears may overtake you. The good news about this is that you are now forewarned, therefore you are forearmed. So if the moment I read that, you come out with yup, and you can see now a pattern that you may have, you're being given every opportunity to lay the foundation to avoid this, or for how to react to it. If those feelings come up in you, if you start to panic, if you start to self-sabotage, you will remember this reading. Come back to it. Watch it again. Because something very profound and beautiful is moving in your favor, like literally clockwork. This is like, it's moving like clockwork in your favor. Something very powerful and beautiful. And then you're going to mess it up? with your fears and your insecurities and your self-sabotage and your, I'd rather just leave well enough alone. No. Not today, Aquarius, not today. If this has spoken to you, I'm going to take it to the extended, or I'll be looking at this situation through the lens of the divine masculine. We'll look at how they show up in the reading, their present energy, how they think about the situation or see it, how they see it. Could be different from you. Could be a lot of surprises there, how they feel about you surrounding this situation, as well as their intentions going forward. I will also pull another card from Spirit for you to help you, guide you with regard to what comes out in that reading, and some closing oracle for you. So the link to that is below. Don't forget the link to get the emails of these readings so you don't miss notifications, okay? Much love to you, Aquarius. See you in a future reading. Bye for now.